Hey y'all, it's me back with another video. Why do I seem like a little kid? Something's not right. And this is my regular setup. Why is it making me look like a little child? This is the chair I always sit in. It's for some reason it look like it's making me look smaller. I don't know. Maybe I'm smaller. So I'm here. I haven't been here in 2 days. Okay, did y'all miss me? 2 whole days. You didn't see my face. Did I not do a video? No, I didn't do anything for like 2 days. I think I did a short. But let me tell y'all about that though. YouTube ain't pushing this long form content no more. Unless you're a big YouTuber. Hey Phoenix, hey Demona. Unless you're a big YouTuber, YouTube ain't pushing this long form content. They're not pushing long form content. They're not pushing the lives. Unless you have, a nice size platform. They pushing the shorts. That's what's getting pushed out there. A lot. I get way more views on shorts than I do from regular content. Way more. So to me, it really doesn't make any sense for me to do this. Like if I'm going to do this, I'm just doing this for fun. I'm just doing this for, the 2 or 3 people that I know will show up because this is not what YouTube is pushing. YouTube really wants to be like TikTok. And I think they want the content to move more like TikTok's content. They want it like that. So that's what they're pushing. That's what they put out there to your subscribers is your shorts. So I don't know. I don't know. If I'm here, I'm here. If I ain't, I ain't. Find me someplace else because I'm everywhere. I do want to talk about a few things that's been in social media, not just YouTube, but Nene Leakes. If you follow the Real Housewives franchise, Nene Leakes was one of the housewives of Atlanta. To me, she is, she will always be one of the pioneer housewives of Atlanta. I don't care how many other people you put on there, they ain't gonna be Nene. Okay? So her 23-year-old son had congestive heart failure. And I don't know if the congested heart failure caused him to have a stroke or the stroke caused the congestive heart failure. I don't know which one caused which, but he had both. And it looks like let me turn this crazy ass woman down. It looks like he is either still in the hospital or in rehab, in a rehab facility. I think Baller Alert or one of the other platforms got the story and released it actually before I think Nene was ready to release it. So she did, confirm that, yeah, he did have a stroke. And she was just kind of like, people will make up their own story basically, but she was like, he hasn't done any drugs or anything that would cause this to happen to him. They think that something must have been wrong with him at birth, some underlying heart condition that They probably didn't find as a child or whatever. This, believe it or not, does happen a lot. It happened to me. Like, my family didn't know that I had sickle cell trait until I was 22 years old, pregnant. First blood test that they did when I got pregnant, and they was like, "Oh, you have sickle cell trait. Your husband is going to have to be tested." And I was like, I didn't even know I had it. And so we go down this. Thank God my husband didn't have it, and so I did not pass it, and I did not pass that trait to my kids. So we don't know if Nini's, and it ain't our business, to be honest. You know why it happened. You just pray for the person and you move on. And singer Brandy, she had a seizure at home, and they had to call an ambulance. Of course, it happened at home. They called an ambulance, took her to the hospital, and she released a statement and was kind of like, I was dehydrated and hungry. Look, when things happen, I'm about to save you a lot of heartache right now. Write this down. When things happen, when you see something happen, just accept that shit and move on. Don't question it. Don't wonder why it happened. Don't wonder who got what, where. Oh, he got shot. Where he get shot at? Oh, who got the body? He died. What? Don't even worry about all that. He died. Okay. She had a seizure. All of the backstory, the history, the medical history, the medical insurance, all that shouldn't even matter. That will save you a whole bunch of headache later on in life. To not even care about the who drop kicked who, how they get drop kicked, where they got drop kicked at, how did they land, how far did the feet go up, what shoes did the person have on that was doing the kicking. Stop worrying about all that shit. Seriously. Oh, she got drop kicked? Oh, okay. Is she okay? Oh, okay. And let that be. Don't worry about what time the drop kicking happened. Was it the left foot or the right foot? Who cares? She got drop kicked. Okay. Nini's son had a heart attack and a stroke. That's it. Somebody got a divorce. One of the twins, Tia, Tamara, one of the sisters got a divorce. That's their problem. I don't care if he was cheating. I don't care if she was cheating. I don't care if the person that they was cheating with was black, white, purple, plaid, tie-dye. I don't care. That's somebody else's marriage. Stop worrying about these people. And having this sense of entitlement that people have to tell you, people have to put together the whole story for you. Because no, they don't. Nene didn't want to tell you that her son had a stroke. She didn't want to tell it, but somebody got ahead of her, and they came out with a story, so she had to jump ahead of it. But she didn't even want to tell. Like, leave people alone. If they don't want to tell their shit, they don't want to tell it. Do you realize how much stuff about me y'all don't know because I don't? It ain't your business. I don't want to tell. I don't want to tell you. Stop expecting people to tell you shit about their life. That's not your business. It ain't your business. Okay? Yeah, anybody can. When I was young, one of the most physically fit people I knew at the time. He was one of our like camp counselors. Went on a trip one weekend. I mean, he was not fat. He was muscular, very active. Went on a trip with his friends over the weekend, had a massive heart attack, and passed away. Young. He had to have been like in his 30s. Had a massive heart attack with his friends and passed away. So, skinny, fat, old, young, it don't matter. Especially if you have some type of underlying medical condition that you don't know about. Hey, KK. Especially if you have an underlying medical condition that no one knew about. You can have a stroke, heart attack, anything. Just like, my family didn't know that I had sickle cell trait. They had no clue that, my body wasn't making red blood cells like it's supposed to. So every month I was having a cycle, which, when you have a cycle, you lose blood. But normal people, like normal women who are not anemic, your body, knows how to replenish. So my body, every month I'm having a cycle, every month I'm losing. I already started out in the red. So every month I was becoming more and more anemic because up until I was in my 20s, we didn't even know that I was anemic. They were calling me lazy and everything because I would tell my mother how tired I was. I flunked gym because I kept telling my teacher that I couldn't breathe. When it is a gnat in here if y'all see it flying around. Like, I would be trying to run and play basketball and everything, and I couldn't breathe. Like, I couldn't keep up with the rest of the kids. It was just too much going on, and it was just wearing me out. And plus, my joints and stuff was hurting. So, half the time I would be like, well, I'm not even going to dress for gym because I'm not going to get out there and be huffing and puffing and I can't breathe and stuff. So, my gym teacher had called me fat. My gym teacher called me fat and lazy because, no one took my asthma serious. And I was anemic. It was just so much going on. But my gym teacher, she was so rude to, she was just rude, period. Just, that's your problem. You fat. Your problem is you're fat. That's why you don't want to do anything, because you're fat. Maybe if you do something and lose some weight, you'll be able to breathe better. I'm telling her I can't breathe. Like, legit, I couldn't breathe. So, yeah, you never know what's going on with somebody. Like, my own mama didn't even know. Okay? So, we praying for Nene and her son because, she kind of said that he was still having a hard time speaking. This must have been a very bad stroke if he ain't talking. If he's not talking, the stroke was bad. And the teacher was a black woman. Like, she had absolutely no compassion. None. She had no compassion for me. So, Nene's son, Nene from Real Housewives of Atlanta, her son had a stroke and congestive heart failure. 23 years old. So he's, we're keeping him in our prayers because he's still in the hospital, hopefully recovering. So I think I got all of the, other news out. Let me get on our favorite girl, Connection Rejection. Honey, Miss Connection was just cooking. Who taught Connection how to cook for one? Where she learn how to cook? In the homeless encampment in the when I was a counselor at a drug rehab facility, I was shocked at the amount of women that came through our facility that did not know how to cook. Now you know how to make up the drugs and do all, all of that stuff, but you can't cook? Like they legit could not cook. And I'm looking at Connection Rejection like, girl, you would have been in there with the sister girls that can't cook. Cause when I tell you that Connection just took a very thin steak and she must have cooked it for a good 15 minutes in oil. She must have fried that steak for a good 15 minutes. Like 8 minutes on each side. So that's 16. With a whole red onion and some garlic and some bell peppers. Fried that steak until it done curled up. You know, a thin steak, it don't take it long to cook. She done fried that steak so long that it had done turned into leather. The steak had done balled up. The onions were black. After she got finished, you couldn't tell the onions from the peppers. Everything was just black. Then, 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 she put some cheese on top of it. I'm not even gonna talk about the Brussels sprouts, the tater tots, the onion rings. Maybe I'm different. Maybe because I'm from California, I'm different. Maybe it's the Southern thing. Do you like Southern people? Just take everything out of your refrigerator and just cook everything. It doesn't have to, there's no feng shui in your kitchen. Like, none of the items have to go together. Like, if I have a tuna sandwich, I only like regular potato chips. I'm not going to make a tuna sandwich and then make some Brussels sprouts and onion rings. And I want to know. Because when she made that breakfast, and it was like chips. What was it? Because I don't want to lie on her. I think it was chips, tortilla chips, and eggs, scrambled eggs, chili. All of this was in one bowl. So the tortilla chips was the first layer. eggs, chili, Brussels sprouts. It was so much going on. Hell, there is a certain flow to eating. Like when you have tomato soup, you gotta have a grilled cheese sandwich. There's a flow. You get your meat, a starch, one. So meat, starch, vegetable, bread. Not meat, starch, weirdo vegetable, Doritos. Who who taught her how to cook? Who taught her? Yeah, chips and chili is fine. But who puts scrambled eggs on, who puts chili on top of scrambled eggs? Is that some type of southern thing that I've never heard of? Cause see, I've been in California all my life. But my mama was country. But she went out here eating a whole bunch of weird shit together though. These weird combinations of food. This is just take everything out the freezer and throw everything in the air fryer and cook it and then make some meat. But girl, you a thin steak, it don't take it that long to get done. And then if you put a lid on top of your skillet, it'll cook better. It won't be as tough. When you cook a thin steak, when you overcook any overcooked steak, is going to be tough. Okay? And you're frying it in oil. It's going to be tough. Cook that steak in some butter, girl. Who told you to fry steak in some olive oil? Who told you that? That steak looked tough and rubbery, and it looked like a piece of leather when she got finished with it. She had two steaks. When she got finished with it, it was like two pieces of, they was about black as this remote. She had two pieces of leather. I don't know how she was showing on that. You don't have to cook a steak that long. No steak. Shit. And I like my steak well done, but God, dog. I don't want it to the point where I can't eat it. Something's going on with my nose right here. It is burning. I don't know what's going on. Okay, Phoenix said, I never heard of that, but I could see an omelet maybe made with chili. Never had it. I can't see that. I can't see that. I can see an omelet with some salsa because who has that omelet? It's kind of like some kind of chili. I don't know. But it's at IHOP. They have an omelet and it comes with a side of salsa. It's some type of, it's beef. It's like shredded beef, onions, bell pepper, something. I don't know. But it has like a side. It's like a kind of like a burrito omelet or something. I don't know. But it comes with a side of salsa and sour cream. Now, okay, because I like maybe the dip a little bit in, like I don't never pour the whole salsa over my omelet. I don't know about chili and eggs. Just not. It's not sounding right. My brain. You know how will only your brain will not allow you to eat certain things. Like your brain will register that as nasty. It won't let you eat it. My brain, like my brain just looks at everything she cooks and I just get confused because I just don't understand. I don't understand it. And I'm not the greatest chef. I mean, I can cook, but I'm not gonna cook my husband no Brussels sprouts and tortilla chips and there's certain things I ain't gonna eat. This juice tastes funny. I used to love this little dollar store juice. I don't know. It tastes cheap. I don't know. But child, if y'all want to laugh, if you want to laugh, go around there and look at her connections last cooking video. And I'm just like, come on, sister girl, just get on your treadmill. Just get on your treadmill and walk. Don't cook. Don't cook. Okay? Because you giving people too much content cooking. Because I just can't believe she took them two steaks, put all that grease, oil in her skillet, and fried them steaks for 20 minutes. Ain't no steak you got to cook that long. And it's the fact that she heated up that skillet. The skillet in the oil was hot when she put them steaks in there. Your pan already hot. So you don't have to cook them steaks 20 damn minutes. Girl. And you put your onions and stuff in first. And let them saute. And then throw them thin ass steaks in there. Lord Jesus. But you know what? This just goes to show you that not all mothers, teach their daughters how to cook. They don't. Some of y'all mamas failed y'all. But maybe your mama didn't know how to cook. You have to take that into consideration too. Because somebody failed her. Somebody definitely. Like she would have been one of them mamas that her kids would have went to school with their lunch and nobody ever would have wanted to trade nothing with them. And they would have got talked about. My kids always had the best snacks. Somebody was always trying to jack them for their lunch. Because I made really good lunches. I wrote my kids little notes and stuff and put it in their lunch when they was being good. And my mama made really good lunches. Like I can still remember taking that little Partridge Family lunchbox to school and knowing I was going to get a bomb sandwich and some cookies and some, cut up fruit the way I liked it. Like my mom used to cut up my apples and cut the skin off the apples and stuff and chop them up a certain way because that would be the only way I would eat them. Here come connection with her bag of Brussels sprouts. Here she come with her bag, her Ziploc bag of Brussels sprouts. Because as an adult, I know y'all hate me. I don't care. As an adult, the only way that you eat Brussels sprouts as an adult is if you ate them as a child. You were forced to eat them as a child. I'm not eating no Brussels sprouts. Not. I don't care how they're cooked. And I've been to some really high end restaurants that Brussels sprouts came with the meal. And they try to make them sound, Brussels sprouts sauteed in champagne or 24 karat Brussels sprouts or something to make it sound good. And then we went to one restaurant and I had filet mignon or something, crab, something. And Brussels sprouts and it was supposed to be like Brussels sprouts and 50-year-old balsamic vinaigrette. Child, and Brussels sprouts was just as nasty as they would have been in just some salt and pepper. They were gross. Do you hear me? They were gross. Thank God for the rest of the meal. I just kicked them little Brussels sprouts to the side. The only way you like them is if you were forced to eat them as a child. Because who is just out here eating Brussels sprouts? Who? Just because they're good. Any of y'all? Y'all be out here eating Brussels sprouts. Where is Tina? Cause I started my project. And I don't know if I want to do this, if I want to keep doing this one, or look. It's got some sparkle. I don't know if I should do the project I'm working on or do the one with the sparkle yarn. This one has sparkle too. They're two different colors. And I think I'm going to make one of those jackets. One of the little hexagon jackets the crochet hexagon jackets that I make. I think I'm going to make one. But I want one this color, one panel this color, and the other panel this color. But I gotta work this up and see, because it says it's a striping yarn. Both of these are supposed to be a striping yarn, but the stripe look like it's gonna be different. I don't know. And I don't want to get halfway through the project and be like, this ain't what I thought it was gonna be. Then I'm gonna be mad. With bacon pieces? I don't think this had, I don't know. I don't even remember. Because it was at one of our anniversary dinners. So I don't remember if it had bacon. But it was Brussels sprouts, child. And I was really surprised. I was like, ew, the the vegetable dish is Brussels sprouts. Cause normally it's like broccoli or broccolini or something. It's normally not Brussels sprouts, but it was at this particular restaurant. And I didn't like it. I'm not just eating Brussels sprouts. I don't like them. They're gross. I don't know. don't know. I don't know. This seemed like it's too much blue. Like I should have stopped the. I should have. And it's not a solid blue. It transitioned. The green was the color that this blue transitioned into, but it just seemed like it's too much blue, too much teal. Or maybe not. So I'm working on that. I think this about to be like two projects. Sometimes I do that too. I work on like two projects at the same time, and I think that's what's about to happen here. I think it's gonna be me working on like two projects. I think that's what's gonna happen because I do want to see how that yarn works up. So I'm probably going to do that, and then if I have to go back to Walmart to try to find. That's the only thing too I hate about purchasing yarn at Walmart is you go back to try to get another one and they normally don't have it. But I think I can go on the Red Hearts website or check Michaels or Hobby Lobby to see if they have it. So today I ordered. I now these are my favorite slippers, and they getting a hole in them from where? They're 2 years old. They are the most comfortable, because I just like slide my feet in. Because really, you're supposed to put your foot in and this like the back. But I don't do that. I just, slide my foot in and just walk. And they're so cute. They're like little mice. So last year, this is I got these 2 Christmases ago. So last year I went back to Walmart. I'm looking for these slippers because I wanted some more. They didn't have any at the none of the Walmarts I looked at. They had any. So I was looking at one of the young ladies that does she doesn't do hauls. She just kind of goes into Walmart and, shows items and stuff. And I saw not these, but some other they had like little cats and a little owl or, some kind of little character, but it's the same slipper. So I had looked at my Walmart. They didn't have them. So I went on the website. They are there. So I ordered them. And at first they said that they was going to be ready, honey, they were going to be ready by 9 o'clock tonight. Then I get an email up. Hold on, girl. They ain't here. And they were like, no, girl, we're going to have to send them to your house because they not here. They not. And I knew they wasn't. I knew that they weren't at the Walmart. So I got an email and said that they'll be here by the 13th. And my husband was like, I hope you didn't just get one pair because you was getting on my nerves about them slippers. And I was like, oh no, I didn't. I ordered 3. But they're not going to be here. They're not going to be here until the 13th. Oh, that's tomorrow? They're not going to be here on the 13th. Because they're supposed to be mailing them to my house. They're not going to be here. Walmart be lying. Them shoes ain't coming. But as long as they get here by Christmas, I'm cool. I'll be so happy. Because I've been wanting them slippers. I have been looking every Walmart I go to. I'll be looking for these slippers. Because they are that comfortable. I love these. I didn't put 200,000 miles on these little slippers. They got a little hole in them and everything. But I want my slippers for Christmas. So have y'all started Christmas shopping? Can I drop the link? No. No. Who are you? No. I don't know you. I don't let people come on the show that I don't know. Sorry. I got to know you. I got to have seen you or something. I don't just drop the link for everybody. I'm sorry. Have y'all started Christmas shopping? Because it's time. And where did we go? Oh, child, they even putting the Christmas stuff out at the dollar store. Can I drop the link to my hair? My hair came from wigtypes.com, I think. Probably. I don't know, child. Or I only get hair from two places. The beauty supply or yeah, the beauty supply or wig types. Is it wigtype.com? Wig types. I'm about to look it up because I was just online last night. I think it's wig types. Yeah, wigtypes.com. But this is, hold on. I'm gonna tell you who she is. Hold on. I'm gonna tell you who she is. This is Beach Curl 24 and the color is T21-30. So it's outre quick weave. This is a half wig. Does it say? Uh it don't say it on. Oh yeah, this is a half wig. So if you are able to pull your leave out and cover the band, you don't have to have on a headband. But my hair color, my natural hair color, and this hair color is two different colors. But this is one of my favorite wigs, and it comes in a lot of colors. But this is my favorite color combination, like a dark root, uh, not black, and a little bit lighter. So T21-30. Beach Curl 24. It's supposed to be 24 inches, but it don't seem that long on me. But this is one of my, I think I have about 3 or 4 of these. This is one of my favorite wigs. But, I mean, I have a lot of wigs. A lot. Wigs is my thing. Now that my hair is short. I love, um, I love wigs because they're easy. I don't mess with lace fronts or lace or none of that. I only wear half wigs. So you don't have to worry about wigs. I like my hairbands. So I don't really trip off of that part either. Like I'm not the type of person that have to show my edges and no, I ain't doing all that. So I just put on a cute little headband and go on about my business. Wigs are easy. Stick your combs in or wear that wig grip thing. I didn't like the wig grip, so I do use the combs. And my headbands are always kind of tight on my head, so that kind of helps to keep the wig in place also. So I don't, use any extra bobby pins or anything, and I've never had, you know, my wig slip off like this young lady did. I don't know if you guys have seen that video of a young lady sitting on the couch, like she's being interviewed by this guy and they're talking, and she's like sitting back on the couch. And I think what happened was, you know how sometimes the hair is kind of long and it does this, and she was talking, and honey, that wig just fell off her head right there and fell behind the couch. Not only did it fall off her head, it fell behind the couch. And she was like, "Oh, I am so embarrassed, but I'm going to get this wig." And she was like reaching, back for it. And she had to like legit get up because that wig had, I mean, she cussed the wig out. I've never had anything like that happen. Now, at my grandson's football game, one of his football games, I had on a ponytail and it was windy. But see, I had pushed, I had about 3 or 4 bobby pins. The two combs that come in the ponytail, I had that deep down in there, and I had strategically put them bobby pins. Now the ponytail was flying. It was, I had hair everywhere, but it didn't lift off that head. It did not lift. That's my fear. I don't want to be, walking through the grocery store or the wind catch me and just like blow my wig away. I don't want that to happen. Yeah, I love my headband wigs. Hey, Soul Food Cooking. We was just talking about cooking earlier. We was talking about cooking too. And here comes Soul Food Cooking. You could have told us some good combinations. We were talking about, how people put different food groups together and try to force them to work. I'm a hairband wig girl too. I love half wigs. And then I turned them into hairband wigs. But yeah, I like hairband wigs. I like simple. I'm a very simple girl. I just like things that are simple. I don't want I don't want to have to spray an adhesive and cut the lace and melt the lace and blend the right color to, I can't do all of that. And I don't want to be walking around and you can see the lace. I don't want to do that. They're really not as hot as people think they are. The only time, okay, so this is what I do. When it's hot, I'll just wear a ponytail. I won't wear a full wig. I wear a ponytail. But they're not, it's have to be really hot for me to be like, I'm not wearing a wig. Because they're breathable now. Like, the caps are not real super thick in all of the wigs. Like, you can legit get some air down through here. You know? Like air certain, like they make these breathable caps. So they're not as hot, I don't think, as they used to be. I don't know, I could be wrong. Now, if it's 100 degrees outside, Yeah, you're gonna be, but you're gonna be hot if it's 100 degrees. You're gonna be hot with your natural hair. You know what I mean? If you braid your hair down and then put a wig on top of it, depending on how much hair you have, and yeah, I mean, yeah. And if you're going through menopause and all of that kind of stuff, yes, okay, they do get hot. I like when my lace melts and it looks like my hair. See, and I'm scared that my lace will never melt and it's not gonna look like my hair. I'm just scared it's not gonna blend in right to my hairline and I'm not gonna be able to put the right makeup on and all that kind of stuff. I don't know, child. I haven't even tried. And my husband is like, just buy one and try it. You're never going to know if you can do it if you don't try. And I'm like, yeah, but you don't want to spend $40 or more and not do it right. Then that will make me even madder. Like I didn't spent this money and I'm out here looking stupid. I can't even wear the wig out the house because I didn't do it right. Plus, I don't want to use any adhesive. I don't want to, glue it down. I don't want to do that. I don't want to start messing with my edges. My edges are strong, you know, and I'm blessed to still with my hypothyroidism and all the isms and stuff I got, I'm blessed to still have the amount of hair that I have and I want to hold on to it. I don't want to do nothing with my hair. Oh, you wear them in the fall and yeah, but I mean, where you live, it gets much hotter. Everybody thinks that it's hot in California, year round. Like the temperature, of course, is moderate here, but in here in the Bay Area, it has started to cool down. So there are periods when it's cooler. It's like it's not 90 degrees here year round. It's not 80 degrees here year round. We get some 50s. 50s is about it though. 50s and it's in the 60s now. And last night it had to have been in the 50s because I opened the door last night to let Gizmo out and it was cold. So it had to be in the 50s. So this is wig. We in wig wearing weather. We wearing wigs now. It's straight. Demona said, I haven't worn a wig before, but I want to try a few. I used to get sewing in wigs, though, braids, twists, and everything else. I do still wear ponytails sometimes, especially in hotter months. I've never had a weave. I've never had a sew in. I've never had a weaves. I used to wear braids all the time. That was my look. I used to wear human hair braids all the time. That was my whole look. And I went from human hair braids to ponytails. That was my look for a long time. Ponytails. And then I was trying to see if I could find that picture of me when I was younger. Because that was the only way that I wore my hair. I loved braids. And I kept my hair in braids. If my hair wasn't in braids, I was wearing a a ponytail. That was my style until I got dreads. And then, I had dreads for almost 20 years. So this is the first time. I don't know what that damn picture at. This is like the first time in almost 20 years that I've had to, um, deal with my hair. So you know what they said? They said that allergy season. I heard this on the news because this is definitely gonna sound like I just made this shit up. Allergy season has been extended this year, and I was wondering why I was still feeling like I was still waking up. My eyes, in the morning, like my eyes would be itching. My nose is still doing the nasally weird nose itching mucusy thing. And I'm like, it's late in the year for this. And then I heard this news report that said that allergy season has been extended. For some reason this year, more people have been having problems with their allergies later in the season than normal. Because normally, once we get to this part of the season where, we about to get a little bit of rain and it's not as hot, my allergies go away. But now my allergies are like, girl, we ain't going nowhere. Go away. Why would we do that? Because I woke up this morning, my eyes were like, allergy eyes stuck together and stuff. I was like, it's October. Why are you still here? Why is this still going on? I'm still looking for this picture. I don't think I'm gonna find it, Jesus. What y'all saying? I didn't get a full head weave. I would get cornrows or twists and then get half weave sewn in. I just like that. All I had to do was wrap it. Girl, my allergies have not done the year round thing. They have been stopping, but not this year. This year, they have been just like, and I know it's a picture because, one other thing I wanted to talk about. Did you guys see the video with Ellie Soul, who is Zaddy Chunk's ex-girlfriend? So she posted a video today where she was talking to a young man. I'm not sure who he is because I think she probably, after going through what she went through with Dalvin, if I was her, I would really keep my relationship status to myself. I really would. So anyway, nice looking young man. He seems very intelligent. She it looks like she met him on the airplane or something when she was maybe on her way to Antigua or wherever she went on vacation, and they struck up a conversation. And so she had him on her YouTube channel today, and they had a very interesting conversation. She talked about what it's like for the African Americans, how, we have this stigma around therapy, and how African American men have their, a lot about growing up in toxic situations and then getting older and not seeking any therapy to help to help whatever it was that you dealt with in your childhood. Like we all deal, no one is going to escape their childhood without any bumps and bruises. It's just not possible. We all do. Even kids that come from what we consider perfect homes, some people consider kids that grow up in two-parent households as growing up in perfect home. Even those children have issues. We all got issues, okay? All of us. And those issues do start to rear their heads when we get in relationships with other people. So, they talked a lot about therapy, getting out of toxic relationships. Like, this was a really good video. Very well done video. But I can tell that Ellie, and I'm not talking about Dalvin, I have nothing against Dalvin, but Ellie and Dalvin's content is totally different. Totally different. Dalvin is kind of, it doesn't seem like there is a lot of depth or personality to Dalvin. But Ellie, you can tell there is a lot of depth there. She seems, world traveled. You can tell she's left the country. She wasn't born here. So, she just seems a little bit more mature. And it was really a good video. She talked about parents. If you have kids and you see that things are going on with your kids, things are going on with them in school, or things are going on with them in the home, that, you get a divorce, kids need some help. They need help processing what the parents are going through. I know that there is this concept now called gentle parenting, where, we're trying to get out of, spanking our kids as much, and talking to our children and allowing our children to, speak their feelings and talk about how they're feeling and stuff. Because, growing up, if something was going on with me as a child, certain things you had to kind of, as a kid, you had to grin and bear it. If my mother was getting on my nerves, I couldn't just bust out and say, stop talking to me. You getting on my nerves. Now I could, but I probably would have spent the next 2 weeks in my room with no TV if I did that. Now, kids nowadays can tell their parents to shut up and, leave me alone, stop talking to me, all, just a little bit of everything. Because I saw a TikTok video where a little girl was leaving the house and her mother was like, where you going with my purse? The little girl had her mom's tote bag and, just grown, just finna leave the house with her mom's tote bag. And the mom was like, oh, and she had on like a little short skirt, and she thinking she about to just walk out the door with her mama's purse and this little short skirt. And the mama was like, "No, sweetheart, you you're gonna have to change your clothes and you're gonna have to leave mommy's purse." And the little girl was like, "Hold on a minute. Like, don't tell me what I can wear. That's why you fat. That's why you don't need to be eating. You need to not eat no more burgers." And she was like, hitting her mama's stomach and the mama must have thought it was cute because she posted it on TikTok. And I'm reading the comments and people just, she's so smart and she's so cute. I know. We're on that gentle parenting. We, let our kids be vocal and let them say what's on their minds and all of this kind of stuff. Yeah, to a certain degree. But you're not going to just disrespect me, though. You're not going to call me fat and tell me I need to go on a diet and what's wrong with your belly and your belly is so fat. I mean, the little girl, she was going in on her mama. And I'm like, if you feel comfortable enough to go in on your mama like that, can you imagine what she would say to another child? Because that's one of her peers. Your mama ain't your peer. Your mama, I don't care how gentle the parenting is. I'm not your peer. Me and my kids now. I have a son that's 35 and I have a son that is 33. You still got to watch your mouth with me. It's still things that you don't do it. Do not do it. Because see, I'm not in that gentle parenting generation. I will square up with you. I'm not gentle. Because and I'm sorry. I do not believe that a parent and a child are on the same level. Now, I'm not saying pop the child in their mouth or, snatch the child, but I'm saying teach a child to stay in their place. There's a way to do that. You don't have to disrespect the child. You don't have to beat the child. But teach a child. Because if you say that to me, I'm your mama. I can't find this damn picture. If you say that to me as your mama, can you imagine what you will say to the teacher or to another child? So yeah, be gentle with your kids, but you still need to teach them respect and morals and honor and compassion and empathy. You still have to teach them those things. Because you don't want your child going to school telling Johnny, "Oh, you a fat mess. Look at your stomach. That's why don't nobody like you, Johnny, because you fat." You don't want your child to do that. Or you don't want your child to go to school and go, "Oh, Miss Henry, I see your big old belly sticking out your dress." No. You have to teach your child to have a filter. Everything that comes up does not have to come out. Now, you may think it It's a whole lot of stuff. I be thinking about people. I'm in a store, I see somebody, I'll be like, oh my God, she look crazy as hell. But I'm not gonna go up to the person and tell them, girl, do you know how crazy you out here looking in these streets? Today we were in Safeway, and a grandmother, she had to be the little girl's grandmother, was with her grandchild. And we were in self checkout. So the little girl was pushing the buggy, and it was clear she didn't know where to, push the buggy up against the self checkout thing. You know how much space it is in grocery stores and the self checkout. So the grandmother just was like, did I tell you to put the buggy there? And the little girl was like, she had this look on her face because people were turning around looking. And you know how little kids, if you embarrass a little child, they just won't say anything. And so then the grandmother said it again. Did I tell you to move the buggy? And then the little girl had to answer, because I guess she was like, if I don't say nothing, this woman is going to get even louder. So the little girl was like, no, you did. Like, damn, grandma. Now, I don't think that kind of stuff is necessary. There could have been a way for the grandmother to be like, hey, push, leave the buggy here. And little kids, like 8, 9 years old, when they got the shopping cart, they all over the place. You have to guide them. And you can't get mad if they run into the wrong thing or, not pushing the buggy the way you didn't gave them free reign with this buggy. So they're going to be all over the store. And you don't know how their parent allows them to, run all over people in the grocery store with the buggy just because you a grandma and you trying to hold on to the buggy. Don't know, the baby may not have that type of restraint. So yeah, I do see people who, okay, grandma, it's not that serious. But I didn't just go up to the lady and was like, damn, granny, stop screaming at that baby. You learn how to keep some things to yourself. And we have to teach our children these things too. Everything that comes up you cannot say everything, especially not to an adult. You can't do it. You know how some kids, they get these buggies and they be all over the. This is one of the reasons why I don't like Trader Joe's. Because Trader Joe's has the little baby buggies, the little child size shopping carts. And they, some people are not teaching their children shopping cart etiquette. So they just give their babies these shopping carts and just just give them free reign to the store. And I'm not as agile. I can't just like get out the way like I used to. I can. But I'm not as quick on my feet as I used to be. And I don't want to be run over in Trader Joe's. That's all I need is for some 5-year-old to mow me down with a baby shopping cart in Trader Joe's and that video make TikTok. No. I don't want that to happen. So I'm real careful in Trader Joe's. I was like, who in the Trader Joe's boardroom thought that it was a good idea to give 5-year-olds their own shopping cart. Yeah, we should do that. We should give the little kids their own shopping cart and give them free reign to the store. Do you know how hard it is for mothers to keep small children from just, throwing everything in the shopping cart? And now you're giving them their own shopping cart? By the time you get to the register, do you know how much stuff you're going to have to take out of their shopping cart? And then they're going to have a complete meltdown because they're not able to purchase all of the things that they have thrown into the shopping cart, all the unnecessary shit. No, I would never, ever take a small child to Trader Joe's, to any grocery store, and give them their own shopping cart. You just asking for trouble. You're asking for your kid to have a major meltdown when they realize all of the stuff that they threw in that little shopping cart, they're not going to be able to take home with them. No, you're not going to do it. But anyway, the video that Ellie Soul and this young man, as a matter of fact, I'm going to watch the video again because my husband, I'm trying to deal with him and watch the video. My husband has decided that he wants to color a portion of his beard. I don't know, y'all. So I'm trying to see what he doing. I'm trying to watch him and watch this video at the same time. Because you're not about to go up in here and do something to your beard and leave the house looking crazy. And everybody knows that you're married to me. That's not going to happen. You're not about to be out here in these streets looking just any old kind of way. So I'm trying to see what he doing and watch the video at the same time. So I got to rewatch the video. Child, I didn't even know that my husband had then went and put a test swatch on his, then took the dye, and he had did a test swatch about this big on his arm, and he didn't show me that until after he did it. Then he was like, oh yeah, I'm testing the dye right here to make sure that I don't have a reaction. It had to have been like this. The test watch was this big. So I'm watching him to make sure that he doesn't just mess his whole face up, and trying to watch the video at the same time. So I'm getting like bits and pieces of the video. I'm going to have to watch it again so I can get the whole thing, because I was thoroughly distracted. And I was like, Jesus, don't let this man mess his beard up. I don't. But see, my husband will he watches other men beard and be like, oh yeah, I'm going to do that. So, I don't know. He on something. Y'all pray for me. Because if this man mess his beard up, I'm going to be so mad at him. Leave your beard alone. I know he ain't going to watch this video. Because he said I talk too much. So he don't watch my videos. But Lord, he didn't got a whole test swatch on his arm. Well, at least we know he's not allergic to it. Oh Lord, he ain't gonna watch this video. He never, and he at work. So, trust me, if he was watching this video, he would have popped in the chat and be like, stop talking about me. He at work. So I ain't worried about him. But Lord, leave that beard alone, child. So that's it, y'all. Um, I don't think I have anything else to talk about. Y'all go over there and watch Connections video though, cause I want y'all to see how she cooked that steak. Go over there and watch her video and tell her I sent y'all. Make her mad and tell her Omo Shun told us to come over here and watch you cook the steak. I ain't got nothing else to talk about. I think that's it. One of my good friends that I used to work with passed away. So I'm sending condolences to his family, the Anderson family. We worked together for a while at the group home. He was hecka funny. So he just passed away, I guess, the day before yesterday. And I hadn't seen him in years. You know how you work with somebody and then when you don't work there, and then I got married. So it wasn't like, I was going to be calling, hey, what's going on? I got a whole husband. So I hadn't seen him in a long time. But I saw on Facebook that he had passed away. So thank you, Hollow Smoke. I do have a lot of new subscribers, but I think a lot of the people that have just started following me are not like, they just into short form content. So they watch the shorts and stuff. They don't watch the lives. And I kind of wanted to stay like this because I like talking to my subscribers. And then when you have too many people in the chat, you can't really talk to people. Like, if it's too many people in the chat, you can't really, talk to people and really get the comments and stuff like you want to. So the people that watch the shorts, they can keep on watching the shorts. And the people that are into the lives, I kind of wanted to stay like a community of us just, hanging out sometimes, just chit chatting. I normally don't come on this late, but we were pretty busy today. So I don't know. Tomorrow I may go back to my regular time. But what I'm gonna try to do is at least put in the community wall what time I'm going to go live. So check the community wall for updates. I'm gonna try to put the okay, I'm gonna go live in an hour. I'll try to put that on the community wall. Or hey, I'm gonna go live in 30 minutes. So check the community wall for the times, because it's not going to always be this time, in the evening, because it's 8 o'clock here in California. And I know it's a lot later for some of you. So it won't always be this time. Okay. So I will see you guys tomorrow. I love you. Thank you for coming. Bye. Oh, I was supposed to click off while I was saying bye. Bye.